I'm lost.
Or no.
Well, happy birthday.
Oh,
we
hey.
got MooglarooMike.
Right.
Mike, get the freak up here, boy.
Hello.
You were getting away with the night's events of yesteryear.
What happened? Oh, you're talking about...
You think you know what happened?
Oh, were you talking about when I was talking to Jillian Barbary, the most gorgeous woman on the planet, and you tried to interrupt me a million times?
Me?
Interrupt you, my ass.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, man. My bad. No, listen. I just wanted all of the airtime I could get with Jillian Barbary. I was on with her for like 6.5 hours, bro. 6.5 hours. I was on with her. That was actually her, Morgan.
I know. I had to watch the Eric Andre show footage just to reassure myself.
That was actually her, though. Like, not fucking around. That was Jillian Barbary. Like, it was insane. I'm sorry, homie. You know I love you, no homo, but
No homo.
Yes, no homo.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Well, you can say you love somebody, and you don't have to say that. Or is there no more nuance in the world?
What does that mean?
No,
like,
homo is just...
not. I mean, I tell my mom that I love her, but it doesn't mean, you know.
But
I mean,
you say no homo?
Well, that's your mother. That's your mother. Okay? Yeah. Like, it's a little different for men when men tell each other that they love each other. You know.
Well,
like it'll get to a point
love.
where I don't have to tell Morgan that, but you feel me? That's my point.
No homo.
No homo. Yes. Thank you for the reiteration.
Woo.
Anyway,
continue with your point, Heather.
Well, yeah, I mean, a friendship love is platonic.
Right. But what if, like, I want to express my love to that platonic friend in a very strong way without him thinking? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's more like a heterosexual life partner trope.
Oh, stop. See, Heather, all right, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, seriously, it's on tvtropes.com.
It's on what?
tvtropes.com.
tvtrips.com?
Tropes.
I'm now questioning why the hell I'm freaking listening to Celine Dion while listening to this.
No, Celine Dion goes hard as hell. I know what you're talking about. That makes perfect sense that you'd be listening to Celine Dion. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oh, what did you say, Child of God?
Are you gonna star in the new Halloween movie?
No, I have no goals in being in anything having to do with acting.
Does that guy think he wrote a new Halloween movie?
It's a fan made.
Oh, okay.
Heather, do not be surprised when MCTV the movie gets made. Except it's gonna be me basically acting like a jackass for 95% of it.
Oh, thank you, Contra Latino 99.
Oh, and a whole lot of the soundtrack being Black Flag.
What? Black Flag? What?
Well, I'm planning half the soundtrack of being next to Cowboy Bebop, but yeah.
I was shocked to find out from Jay Cobley, but then again, I don't really know. I just know Henry Rollins. But he said that Black Flag sold out. And Henry Rollins has he talks about Black Flag like in passing, but I don't think he talks about what the current is. So, again, he's his own person, so.
Yeah, Mike wants Julia Barbary. I'll give her freaking Julia Barbary.
Like, I'll tell you, Jillian Barbary. Like, when I was a kid, deadass, and every time I would see her on TV, I would like immediately blush. Of course. It was like a little kid looking at a Victoria's Secret magazine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then, like, as I got older, she just was always so fucking hot. Like, look at her. She's so fucking gorgeous, okay? And then I finally get to talk to her, and she's so, like, yeah, I had breast surgery, and and she's so, like, self-conscious now, and she's, like, a shit. But that's, like, still her. She's, like, a shell of who she thinks she used to be, and she's, like, She's the good. I could go on and on and on about Jillian Barbary. Don't get me started on Jillian Barbary. I actually
I
could.
know. I was there.
She
for
knew
3
Howard.
hours.
She hosted Howard Stern's 60th birthday.
I was there for 4 hours.
I know, man. It just kind of flew by, didn't it?
I was in the
Yeah,
chat
you,
for
me,
4
and whoever
hours,
the
and I
hell
had to
else
go.
that
I had
was.
to turn in.
Yeah, I just that was one of like the great. That actually got me to start liking YouNow again. Did you hear that, everybody? That actually got me to start liking YouNow again. And I didn't
Next
think
to
that was
my ass, like making you. But yeah.
what?
Next to me convincing you.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. How could I forget? And of course, Heather here. But anyway, my point is I'm genuinely sorry. I was drinking. There was Jillian Barbary,
Yeah.
Oh
and
no, it was great content.
I'm sure I acted like a
It's
complete
Morgan's
fool.
fault.
in
What
front
are
of
you
Jillian Barbary.
talking, Art?
Art.
Yeah, he does this all the time.
All I'm saying is, don't give me a live mic for 6 hours in front of Jillian Barbary and expect everything to just stay PG as fuck, bro. Not going to happen.
Dude, I'm really curious. I wish I was there.
Yeah, you missed it.
Morgan, do you have the footage saved?
Oh no! Please don't have the
I'm
footage saved.
checking. I'm
Yes,
checking.
please.
Please,
you're the
please
only one
don't
that
have
was
the
Why
footage
present.
saved.
that crap's going on my channel if it's there?
Or
Please
send it to
don't have
me.
the footage saved.
Actually, I think it would be easier for you to post it on your channel because for some reason it won't let me
Son
accept
of a
videos
fuck.
from another account. I don't know why. So
I'm digging through the foot.
Just put it on. No, you know what? Yeah, put it on YouTube if you want. Fine, it's fine. Whatever.
no, it's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Wait, is this it? 8 hours.
Well, I mean, you can
I
download the
found
time
it.
you were on there. Like the moment that you were like, Morgan went live with Jillian Barbary. You can just download that. You at least get the bulk of it.
Oh god, this is the part where I was just giving my trash rooms tour to freaking.
And she either fell. Okay, I caught 2 moments. She fell, and then the other one, she said, Alexa,
Oh
shut
shit!
up."
You actually have it? What the fuck?
Yes, I have it. The part where she said, Alexa, shut up.
Yes, Alexa, shut up. Alexa, shut up.
Oh, sorry. And then, when she fell, and it shocked all of us.
Oh, you actually saved it. I'm in a way, I'm very glad you recorded that because.
No, I still gotta record it.
Oh, you still got to record it.
Yeah, because literally, but won't let me download the shit. Actually,
It won't even download the moment you were on.
Wait, hold up. I need to see if it actually did save itself.
It should have, because I saw it
It should've,
under
yeah,
the
but-
moments.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, download that.
I am so idiot. It is going idiot. Open the freaking thing. I don't give a shit. Okay, there we go. Hey, I have it. Let's go. Actually, I better rewatch it just to make sure that the freaking. Damn it, it's downloading.
Well, you gotta wait for it to complete downloading, so.
It used to be way faster on the old computer, but now it's just slow as
I mean, it's
piss.
taking its time. Yeah, for me. Well, as far as it will download, it will send it to your email, and then I click on it, and then it'll download it from there.
That's what used to happen, but then
It still does it for me.
I'm surprised because
Huh.
That
it
is-
keeps. There was a point in time, Heather, Art and I were downloading footage simultaneously, and straight up, we both noticed at the same time it was just not working.
If
And
she,
then Art found a slight fix, and then I had to find a slight fix. We were bouncing freaking crap off each other about how to fix this shit.
when she dies,
Oh.
I'll be very, very, very thankful that we have this video. So
Oh,
That's
okay.
I just
I
wanted
thought
to
you were
add
gonna
that.
say you were gonna be very sad.
He's
Well,
gonna
yes,
be
I will
that
be
too.
extremely sad. I will be
I
besides
mean, I know
myself.
you know. I know you will be sad.
I won't quit
I would-
hearing it for 5 days straight.
Oh, you'd be hearing it for 20 years straight.
Oh.
No, remember that time I spoke to Jillian Barbary before she died, and I spent 6 hours with her?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, I don't even like saying that. I don't even.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not-
I
I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
say
I'm sorry,
anything like
Jillian
that.
Barbary. I'm sorry, Jillian Barbary.
I wouldn't
Please
say
don't
that
you
about
live
anybody
for
that I
more
met.
years.
I wouldn't say that about anybody I met as a
Well, look.
hypothetical because I don't want to, jinx something like that.
Well, yeah, look. And my point is, I remember when she went on Howard, and like you heard in her voice, like she thought she was gonna die. Like actually, like she did. She thought she was gonna die, and that's why it's kind of like easy for me to bring that out and say, when she dies, I'm glad we have this video because she's such a sweet woman. She actually is.
I hope
I-
the footage
I
is
feel
actually
bad that
good.
she has to be on all those meds.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I will cherish that time that I spent with Jillian Barbary. That's called cancer. Like that's that's what cancer does to you. And she's been sober, but you see how she's still like a little like loopy. That's cancer meds. She's sober.
Well, yeah,
She has
I've
cancer?
heard
She
of.
had cancer. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. My grandmother, when she went through chemo, my great grandma, when she had chemo, she couldn't hold down a shake. It was depressing, and it was sad to see it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Both of my aunts had breast cancer too. I'm sure I brought that up at some point.
It wasn't breast cancer she had. She had kidney cancer, but it already spread by the time it was found because she didn't feel the pain because she took pain meds for RA, and
Uh-huh.
they caught it later.
Not gonna lie. I spoke to this one guy the other day. He told me he had kidney cancer. And he got one of his kidneys taken out. Heather, I had a kidney stone one time. And it was the worst pain
Oh.
that I've ever
I hear it's
experienced in my
bad. Yeah,
life.
you gotta pass it.
So, well, I had to go there and they had to take a laser and they had to break it up. And then I had to pay, but that's a completely different story. Anyway, my point is, that was a kidney stone. That was a very, with like modern medicine, is a very, minor issue. It hurts like a bitch, but it's, on the grand scale of shit that could happen to you, it's a minor issue. Back in the day, people didn't have modern medicine. They died from those in the Viking days and shit. You couldn't drink water. They drank milk and they drank beer and shit. They literally got kidney stones and fucking died if they didn't pass them.
Because of the over buildup, yeah.
Yeah, but I can't imagine what kidney cancer is like. That is insane to me. Like my kidney hurt so bad, it was literally like torture. I couldn't imagine kidney cancer. Actually,
Well, anything that affects the abdominal area, it's like affecting the second brain. It bothers you. It affects you on a mental level. So,
Mhm. Anyway, child of God, where are you from?
Hey. I'm from Nebraska.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. It's awful.
Are you at least from like Omaha or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the good part, I guess.
It's the good part, I guess.
There's still all corn-fed here.
Well, yes. I mean that's either a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it can be a good thing because people don't bother you as much.
That's a great answer, Heather. That
Well,
actually is.
yeah,
I love that
like-
answer.
You want to get away from all the. Well, actually, I don't want to encourage any more transplants in other states. So I'm gonna say, don't come there or anywhere here because there are people in our local area that are actually refusing to sell to any transplants because they don't want the problems to. I mean, like what you said, Mike, about the people coming to Florida from New York and they get to where they're not they have no problem paying high enough and they think, okay, this is fine, and basically it makes hell for the locals there. So
Wait, you're in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida, but here's the thing.
I start
The
training at
footage
another
is
airline
uploaded.
in Florida.
Nice. Which airline?
I don't want to say on here, but
It's probably JetBlue then.
No,
No,
I like don't even want to say.
you don't want to say. Is it that bad?
Well, I feel like I've had a lot of haters in the past, and I don't want anyone like
Piss the haters.
Well,
getting me fired.
well. Look, all right. At least you're not like Ice
Not that I don't trust
Poseidon.
you guys. It's just a certain.
As long as you're not Ice Poseidon, and you get your plane
Damn.
ripped apart. They're looking for bombs and shit. I think you'll be fine. But either way, my point is, what was I gonna say? What were we talking
We're
about?
talking about Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
And,
Yes. Florida. Yes. Let's talk about Florida. So the thing about Florida is that, sure, people from New York are coming down here. That's no secret. They've been doing it for years. Literally. Every winter, you go down, see your grandparents in Florida. That's how we all grew up. Okay?
Oh, I'm
Okay,
talking about
so-
actually moving permanently there, although they've
Yeah,
done
I
it
know.
before. Now, somewhere
That's-
like here, we're not used to that. This is something that's been building up, and I love everybody, but when you get a mass exodus of people from one part of a country that has a huge, especially if it's from a city, there's a huge dissonance in the way of life in a city than it is in
Right.
rural. That's going to cause hostility, and it's going to bottleneck the it's going to overcrowd, and even if there are people that say, well, if they're conservative, you want them to be over there. Well, the thing is, there are people that will follow you to where you are, and then then where do you go next? It'll follow. It doesn't stop because it's a chain reaction. It's like a brain drain if you think about it.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's exactly
can
what's
really have
Mhm.
You know what? There's nowhere to really run to. People need to get to what they need, except for you. You wanted to get away from your family, and that's understandable. So,
Dude, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a rocky relationship with them, and he
Dude,
told me everything.
same.
So, but people that
I still do, but they ain't shit.
the thing is, most people they don't really want to leave,
Right.
and if they don't want to, they shouldn't feel like they need to force to leave because somebody said so, saying, "Oh, you want your kids to have better offer," and it's sort of like they're guilting them into leaving. When here's the thing, people are going to complain about where they live no matter what.
Yeah.
People complain in general about things they have, but will they change anything about it? Maybe not. As far as now, if you want to really help where you live, you do something about it. Don't just complain about it and sit there and not do anything. You got to be proactive in it, because this is the problem that we're getting. There are people that are like here in where we live. We vote usually the same thing, but we have busy lives. Most people have busy lives. They can't take the time. Most people, they cannot have the time to look through every single thing that's going on, especially with the way the media and the deception going on. That's the thing on either side. And flooding an area with new people, it doesn't matter. Any new person that comes to a small town, most people in any local town, it doesn't matter if it's liberal or conservative anywhere, they are always suspicious for a while of that person. For good reason, because they don't know who that person is. What they're thinking, what could they bring here to us?
Well, look, I am literally what I hate, because I hate the people who are coming here, but it's not just New York. Is the fucked up thing. Is people are leaving New Jersey, people are leaving Pennsylvania, people are leaving parts of Canada, people are leaving, and they're all coming to Florida, and it's really weird.
Florida is so pricey.
The Florida's so pricey now.
Oh.
Well, it's probably now because
Because-
and part of the problem is, and part of it is when people
They
that
just
have
raised
a lot of
taxes.
numbers.
That's the thing. That's
Yeah,
why I
people-
came down here, Heather. That's why
I
I
know.
came down here, was to get away from the fucking high taxes. And I guarantee you, in the next 3, 4, possibly 5 years, maybe even less, is my point. Less than 5 years. It's going to be the exact same thing. My property taxes didn't go from a little less than $2,200 to over fucking $6,000 in a year for nothing. Like, I'm not doing that. That's why I'm thinking about going to like a non-major city. Like, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Florida, and maybe I should just go to one of like those crappy little states that no one cares about, middle of nowhere.
Don't go to Connecticut.
No, I'm not thinking about a place like Connecticut.
So when I was at my other job, I had to find a room
If you
in
do
Boise.
go there, if you go to somewhere like that, don't tell other people where you are so they don't follow you there and stay there.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? Because there are people that really want to leave, and they don't tell anybody where they're going because they don't want those people to come where they're going. Because they really want.
I know for a fact that no one in their right mind would go to where I'm thinking that I'm gonna go.
Wyoming.
No. It does start with W though.
Wisconsin.
No, not no. Wisconsin is a fucking no. I'm talking the shittiest place in the United States.
Oh no, you're talking about West Virginia, aren't you?
I'm talking about West Virginia.
No fashion West Virginia, but it's sort of a paradox in that the most hardworking people are there, but yet they are still in poverty. And part of it has to do with the. I'll have to talk to my my friend in Chicago about that. I'd like to ask him why is it that it's so poor there, and yet in the voting demographic, I don't know. So, whereas
it's so
there's other
poor
places
there because there's not a lot of jobs. That's why.
Except for the coal miners, and they're being hurt.
Of course they're being hurt. That's why you can't depend on a job like that. You can't spend your money on stupid shit if you're a fucking coal miner. And some of these coal miners out there, they have no financial
It used to be
literacy.
reliable because, well, until NAFTA, your jobs was guaranteed to you. Now, nothing is a guarantee anymore for anything in life.
Well,
like it
here's
used
the
to
thing:
be.
is if you want to go to a place like West Virginia and you want to start a business, there are very real ways for you to succeed in certain.
If you want to start
places.
a business, you should get one of how countries offer you like money to move there. You should just move to a whole different.
Is there a
country.
pig?
Is that your pig?
Yes.
Is that your pig?
Moms.
That's your pig outside?
Oh, that's cute.
Well, in a cage, but yeah.
Wait, is it inside the house?
Yes.
It's time to stay here for a time being before it socializes and gets along with the other one outside.
That's so
Yes,
cute.
Mike, that's what the hell most of the is.
So you got a pig in your house?
At least you know your animal sounds.
You crazy as hell, Heather. I love it so much.
It's
I
not
love
me.
you so much.
It was Mom's idea. It was all her.
I support your
Yeah,
mom.
it kind of was.
Great
Oh
decision.
my god.
So
So anyway, you guys want some great news?
Well, the problem is if you get paid to come to a country, the people that in that country may not like that somebody else is coming there. And then it's the same cycle with like people that are transplanted. I'm not saying there's a limit
I
to
wish
that kind of way of
I
living.
feel like that would happen, but like I wish I had a business idea so I could do that because I want to move to Ireland so bad.
I have about 3 business ideas.
Yeah,
But
you move right to Ireland.
Yeah, there's 3. I don't want to go to Ireland with all those motherfuckers.
How could you not want to
Okay,
go to Ireland?
I would like to see it, but I don't want to live there.
Yeah, I don't
There's a
want
lot
to
of
live
places
there.
I want to see, but do I want to live there?
people there
No,
are
this
so
is home.
nice.
This Wallaby's home to me. We have more than 5 generations in this area. I can't. I will live here and I will die here. That's me.
See, like I wish I had something like that Heather does. Like fucking.
Same.
You know how rare that is these days.
Well, I mean, it's only rare now, but it used to be more common years ago because most people stayed where
Heather.
they used to. And
You see, you have a pig in your house. You're a part of a dying breed. That's a normal life to you.
okay, actually,
No,
my
I'm not
great-grandparents
even
didn't do
making
that.
fun of you. I'm I'm being so serious. I'm not making fun of you or anything. I'm being dead serious.
Dude, I agree.
You know. Once you guys are gone, there's never gonna be like other people who do that unless it's,
I don't think I've ever lived anywhere longer than 10 years. My whole life.
I lived in New York for 21. And I moved down
Hey
here.
now.
I've been in this freaking apartment since I was 2.
The whole
I just
thing
turned 29, so now I'm going on 9 years here, and I'm gonna fucking.
New York stresses me out.
The
Yeah, I
only
know it
thing
does.
is,
Go
people
ahead.
aren't made to be nomads. Most people are not made to be that way. People want to settle and have even though it's temporary, because we're not going to live forever, that's for sure.
Thank you for becoming a fan. I appreciate it.
But you want somewhere that is settled, there's routine, and you can say, okay, I can rest. I don't have to be all haywired here and there all the time, because that actually
That's the
causes
only
a lot.
thing.
That causes a lot
That's
of stress.
the only thing. Right. That's the only thing I like about being here, where I am in Florida in particular,
Damn.
because I just took 9 days off work.
Oh, wow.
Probably going to be 12. I have a job now where I could do that. It's not a big deal. And some people just can't do that. I don't have any and my last boss, I hated working for this guy, but he reminded me of that. He was like, listen, man, if I wasn't married and I didn't have kids and I didn't have all this stupid fucking bullshit to deal with, you know what I'd be doing? He said, what? I said, what? He said, nothing. That's what I'd be doing. I would go to the beach every day, and I go to the beach on my lunch breaks now. It's fantastic. It's doing wonders for my mental health. And that's why I'm taking I don't want to go talk to a therapist. I actually don't, but I think it would actually help me if I do decide to go and talk to a therapist. It's gonna be throwing money down a hole, because
Well, I mean, I understand, and
No
there are
matter-
some people that use a therapist as that's all they have as a way of treatment in life. But the thing is, there are some therapists that
No, see-
have. Well,
listen, I can understand all that, but I've gone and I've talked to a bunch of they're licensed in this and they have this degree and they all say the exact same thing. I understand why people go to therapy. I'm not saying that therapy is a waste of your time. I'm saying that it's a waste of my money. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the fact that they all say the same thing. They say, you have to find your own way around this. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter the way they say it. And it doesn't matter who says it to you. Okay? And I didn't learn that until I was, not much older than I am now. And it's weird because I didn't think I was going to get to this point in life. Like, actually, I thought I was going to die really young just because I had that mentality. And me coming down here and spending time with the family that I did care about, I want to say it saved my life. I have a great life. I really can't complain. But I've done everything in life except live a life that makes me genuinely happy. That's why I think that going to a therapist would help me a lot. That's the only reason.
now
I don't know what that is. Go ahead, please.
and some people have to go to a therapist in order to get refills on their meds. That's me.
Same.
However, I really, and only because
However,
if it gets so bad with this, because think about it, most of our prescription meds in general are made in Asia. With the crisis, with supplies going on, and if that is shut down and done away with, I'll have to go holistic. And I've really considered that. I've considered St. John's Wort and all that. And there's
Dude,
a
I
lot.
guess that works a little bit. I don't know.
Well, it's in conjunction with health and other stuff, and there are people that have done it, and they feel better, and they don't waste their money on it. Well, that's the thing. And I feel like, and besides this, I talk about things and problems with my friend in Chicago about deeper things that I don't even tell my own therapist about. So basically, having a certain friend might as well be a therapist for me, who not only is in the same church that have been inquiring into for 4 years, but he's able to talk to me like a spiritual advisor.
That's cool.
The only thing is, I need to have my psychiatrist because, well, he writes the prescriptions. So now, seeing it doesn't help, but if I'm not comfortable enough to open up about just anything to him, and I'm not, it's just, what's the point of having it? Now, I'm not going to get off. I'm not saying I'm just going to get off Zoloft. No, I will never do that. That would be if it's a last resort thing, because there was none of it coming in.
Yeah.
And I've been tried focus meds, and the one that I've been using on like here and there, I don't like how it makes me feel. It gives me pressure right here after so many hours in the day, especially after working, and it just kind of, it's bothering. It's not bad, but it's aggravating. I don't think you should take something that you're not even comfortable or enjoy taking. No. So
I'll tell you this.
And I told that to Mom, and I told her I'll have to just figure out just to focus. And besides, with me doing more and more stuff, I think that is wearing me out more. So
I'll tell you this. Since we're actually on the subject of drugs, you guys remember that kratom stuff I was taking?
How did it help?
Huh?
Did it help? I've heard stuff about kratom.
It helped a lot, but I'm finally like I've been off it for 2 days now, and it really sucks. Like, it sucks being off that. But at the same time, I know it's just like a little like security blanket for me, so it's like whatever. But yeah, I can't take that shit anymore. That's why I'm always tired. That's why everything with me is like very inconsistent. So I can't
there's a lot of
focus
people that
on
like
anything.
kratom because it's more natural. It's not something that's synthetic necessarily. It's just something that is closer to nature, and it's the same thing when people talk about, well, what about weed and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my point in selling you this is I was taking that shit every day. If you take any drug every day, I don't care if it's an antidepressant or a this or that, it's going to have negative side effects. It doesn't matter what it is. And then after a while, you got to up your dose. And I was taking it every day. And I need a detox so bad, and it's exactly like getting off pain pills. It's weird. But the way I'm looking at it is this, okay? And it's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Remember when I told you that I got arrested when I was with that one girl that I went in high school? Yeah. That made me go to drug classes. I am legally obligated to be here. You know, it's stupid. And if I didn't go there and hear the things that I would have probably heard inside a therapist's office at some point, you know, or I did it, I wasn't really paying attention, or it was, you know, whatever. But that's the only reason why I knew I had to stop, because it's like, look, don't listen to this. Don't listen to what's on the internet for like the most people.
Well, and also, you don't. It's not something you probably don't even have to take long term. It can be something short term, and then at a low dose after a certain dosage. Like, it's more of a thing.
And anything you do in that manner is very helpful. But like, for people who aren't like drug addicts or whatever, it's so easy for people to become drug addicts.
Oh yeah, absolutely, especially with painkillers.
That's what I didn't understand before, because I genuinely didn't understand what I was taking. And like, it hurts so bad, and I can't imagine Like, I've never done heroin, and I can't imagine.
Was it like a
people who do
fog?
heroin.
Like, was it like a fog in your mind, and you just felt down? Is that what it felt like?
Not necessarily, because, you know, like, I have really good days and I have really, like, off days because of mental health issues I got going on. But I was just, like, always tired, and I would enjoy always being very tired.
Oh.
Like, very, like, numb and shit. I'd have really weird dreams. And then as soon as I started getting off, like, Suboxone and pain pills and this and that and bullshit, I started crying in my sleep a lot. Okay? And as soon as I got off this, last night, I woke up in my sleep crying. I started drinking. Like, okay, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to be productive that way? I'm not. And if I'm dealing with the things that I'm dealing with right now when I'm 29, like, actually dealing with I just lost this person, if I'm still singing the same song in 3 years, did I progress at all? No. And that's what I was trying to say before, is therapists tell you need to find your own way around this. And after a while, you just kind of get tired of it. You know what I mean? And some people aren't here to get tired of it. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's whatever.
And honestly, and there are some people that are saying, now I'm not saying alcohol, no, you don't want to like take it all the time, but there are some people that, okay, think about it. This
Like,
is
I
how
barely
people
ever
dealt with
drink,
things. This is how people dealt with things years ago.
Hey, winner.
There are certain things that people have to do to deal with things, if it's done in a healthy way. You watch MASH. If you've watched MASH, hopefully you know where I'm getting with this. In MASH, they're in the Korean War. They work in a mobile army surgical hospital. They have to save lives by getting shrapnel out of soldiers or any other injury. And they can get to where they have to work hectic hours where there's barely any sleep or breaks. And you know what? It shows them having a good time of drink. You can't blame them in that situation because you would go crazy after being. I mean, can you imagine being in a war and dealing with something like that as a doctor?
Dude, fuck that.
That is. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, and that's why it's also a good show. But it shows you the reality of why is Hawkeye so humorous a lot of time and loose. Well, it's because when it's outside of surgery, he wants to be a little different. He's a good chief surgeon, along with everybody else.
That's why I worry about my friend Lauren. She wants to be a trauma surgeon in the Navy or the Marines or some shit like that. That's what she wants to do. And she tells me these fucking stories about how she did. Like, she's an EMT, and she tells me these stories about how she rides around in her town in an ambulance and sees people that she went to high school with, you know, literally pass away in front of her. And I'm like, wow, like, she's like the low-key baddest bitch
That's
I've ever
wild.
She
Okay,
she's
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
baddest
but
bitch I've ever met in my
with this
life.
question,
It's crazy.
but is she emotionally distant? Is she because usually
yes, and she's a big drinker. Well, not
well,
big drinker
there's some
like every
people-
day, but when she drinks, she'll drink like 2 bottles of vodka and shit. Like, she's
Okay,
crazy.
well, some people do that to manage, and then there are others that are, and I hate to say this, but these are usually the people that do well in these positions, and they may not even be bad people. Sociopathy or psychopathy. That may help them because they don't have to be attached to the person they're working on. They're more focused on the tasks that they want to perform so well at, because if they don't have that good report, it's going to affect them. So yeah, it's sort of a selfish motivation behind that, but it's that motivation that's actually saving people's lives. My friend in Chicago knows someone's sister who works with like Doctors Without Borders. She's a psychopath, but she utilizes that in a better field to where she can be effective. And there are a lot of people that say, oh, psychopathy and sociopathy, like, there's a much more that goes on to somebody that has that. And like, it's 1 in 4 people in the world, too, that have that. So, people have a purpose while they're here. Not everybody is born bad, or they're born a sociopath or psychopath, and it doesn't necessarily make them bad. It's often what happens at home and a mixture of other stuff. It's case by case, really.
Of course it is, case by case. Anyway, Child of God, what do you think about all this mumbo jumbo?
I don't know how people do that stuff.
I don't know how people do it either, to be honest with you.
I could never.
Well, that's why it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's kind of like, can you imagine having like 2 eggs a week, and that was considered a luxury, because that was how they had to do it back in the Great Depression. You could only have because if their chickens weren't laying enough eggs, they would have to say, okay, we got to have 2, or maybe the limit of what you could buy at that time was 2 eggs a week. Could you live like that?
Oh my god.
No.
The only thing is, there are some people that they think,
But
I
guess
don't think I
people-
could ever do that. But if it gets so bad, people will get to where they have to do it in order to get
they
by.
adapt.
It's not the best life, of course, but it's something you have to do. So it's more of a determinant factor of the instinct that it will kick in if it has to be done.
Yeah. Grandpa Ernie.
Grandpa. Oh, it's one of the. Yeah, it's
Or
one
it's
of his
puppets.
puppets. Yeah, it's one of his puppets.
How much longer are you going to be on, Heather?
Maybe until 11, or maybe I don't
So
know.
an hour? So an hour? You don't
Yeah.
know? All right, let me go make a phone call. I'll be back. I'll miss you,
All
Heather.
right.